The last time Dorothy, 74, took a flight to visit her grandson in Boston, something unexpected happened. Midway through the trip, she realized she couldn't walk to the bathroom without getting out of breath. She felt a heaviness in her chest and, for a moment, thought it was just nerves. But the truth is her body was screaming for attention, and she almost ignored it. This scene could have ended badly, but it was precisely this warning that led her to discover a health issue in time. Now, think about it. How often are signs like this dismissed as just aging or even hidden out of embarrassment? Let me ask you something. Have you ever been on a plane and felt something strange happening with your body? A sudden shortness of breath, tightness in the chest, or even that unexplained dizziness? Most people think, it must be age, this is normal. But what if I told you it's not? That these signs aren't mere coincidences, but precious messages your body sends to protect you? Messages that almost no one talks about, yet they can reveal more about your health than any routine exam. Here's the point nobody dares to say out loud: aging does not mean silently accepting every ache or discomfort. On the contrary, it's precisely in these details that proof lies. You are still in the game, still have reserves of strength and wisdom to use in your favor. The airplane, with all its pressure and different environment, becomes a stage where your body reveals truths you often don't notice on solid ground. And that's why this video exists, to show that every alert, every sensation you once thought strange, may actually be a disguised sign of vitality. Today, you will discover the 8 warning signs on a plane that every elderly person needs to know about their own health. Some may seem obvious, others will surprise you, but all carry a powerful message. Your body is still speaking, and it's up to you to decide whether to listen. So, subscribe to our channel now and leave a like. This way, you help this video reach more people. So tell me, are you ready to see beyond discomfort and turn every trip into an opportunity to take better care of yourself? 1. Shortness of breath while walking down the aisle. Imagine standing up from your seat, just to walk a few steps to the bathroom, and suddenly feeling the need to stop to catch your breath. This is a sign often overlooked but can reveal a lot about a person's health. The simple act of walking in a confined space, like an airplane aisle, should feel natural, but when it requires extra effort, it's as if the body is trying to send a silent message. This detail, though common, could be one of the first alerts that something inside needs more attention and care. Breathing is like the background melody of life, almost always invisible, yet absolutely essential. When it starts to fail in simple situations, like walking slowly, it may indicate that the heart, lungs, or even circulation aren't working in perfect harmony. According to Mayo Clinic experts, frequent episodes of shortness of breath in mild situations should not be ignored, as they may be linked to imbalances in how the body distributes oxygen. It's as if the body says, "Hey, I'm still here, but I need reinforcement." A friend, Margaret, 72, from Ohio, on her last trip to visit her daughter, noticed she became short of breath just by standing up twice during the flight. At first, she felt embarrassed, but later she realized her body was trying to warn her that she needed more physical preparation and medical follow-up. Today, Margaret takes short walks every day and has turned this sign into motivation. It's proof that paying attention to what seems small can become a powerful act of self-love. What seemed like mere temporary fatigue may actually be an opportunity to deeply evaluate your inner strength. Many doctors emphasize that noticing and respecting these alerts is not a sign of weakness, but of wisdom. And you? Have you ever wondered if that heavier sigh carries a bigger meaning? Perhaps this is just the first of the signs revealing how your body, even in silence, continues trying to communicate with you. 2. Swelling in feet and ankles during the flight. Have you noticed that during a flight, your shoes feel tighter, as if your feet suddenly swelled? This detail, which many dismiss as normal travel discomfort, can be an important warning sign. Swelling in the feet and ankles isn't just uncomfortable, it can reveal how circulation is reacting to prolonged sitting and cabin pressure. For some, it's just a temporary reaction, but in other cases, it may indicate that the body needs more movement, hydration, or even specific care to maintain balance. Swelling happens because, when we remain still for too long, blood has difficulty returning to the heart. It's as if gravity pulls the fluid downward, accumulating in the feet and ankles. According to Cleveland Clinic specialists, constant swelling during travel may indicate that blood vessels and the heart are under extra strain. When the body calls for attention this way, it's not merely cosmetic, it's a reminder that circulatory health deserves care. What seems like a minor detail can carry a significant internal message. Richard, 68, flew from Dallas to Boston to visit his grandchildren. He noticed that halfway through the flight, his ankles were so swollen that he had to loosen his sneakers' laces. At first, he found it funny, but later he became concerned. After consulting his doctor, Richard discovered it was a sign of poor circulation and started wearing compression socks on every trip. Today, he says paying attention to this small warning changed how he views his body, as an ally that always sends subtle messages. Like Richard, thousands of people can see in swelling not just a nuisance, but a kind of reminder that taking care of the legs is taking care of life as a whole. It's as if the body, silently, is asking for more movement, more care, more awareness. Have you ever wondered if this swelling is just fatigue or if it could be your inner voice asking for closer attention? Perhaps this is just one more of the many signs that still need to be revealed. 3. Dizziness when standing up from your seat. Standing up from your seat should be a simple, almost automatic gesture. But for many people over 60, this moment can come with unexpected dizziness, as if the world spins for a few seconds. This sign, often ignored or treated as just aging, is actually a warning that deserves attention. In an environment like an airplane, where the body is already coping with changes in pressure and circulation, feeling dizzy may reveal that something deeper is happening, which should not be underestimated. When we stand, the body needs to make a quick adjustment, the heart beats slightly faster, blood vessels constrict, and blood must be sent to the brain without delay. If this process fails, dizziness occurs. Johns Hopkins doctors explain that this sensation can be linked to sudden drops in blood pressure or even dehydration, two very common factors during long flights. It's as if the body says, "I need balance to keep you upright." The good news is that noticing this warning in time can help prevent more serious situations, such as falls or fainting. Dizziness may seem temporary, but for those who pay attention, it can be a key to better understanding how the body reacts during moments of effort or change. Aging wisely means listening to these messages before they turn into major problems. Have you ever wondered if that dizziness is not just fatigue, but perhaps a silent invitation to rethink how you take care of your body during travel? Perhaps this is just one more of the hidden signs we are about to explore. 4. Chest pain or unexpected discomfort during the flight. Imagine sitting peacefully, reading a book or watching a movie on the plane, when suddenly a pain appears in your chest, even if mild or fleeting. This is one of those signals the body doesn't send by accident. Often, it is treated as anxiety tightness or simply ignored, but specialists warn that this type of discomfort can be an important message from the heart. On long flights, where the body is already experiencing different pressures, dehydration, and immobility, chest pain can serve as a reminder that cardiovascular health requires immediate attention. According to the American Heart Association, any unexpected chest pain should be carefully observed. Behind this symptom, there can be anything from a simple muscle tension to more serious conditions involving circulation and the heart. At these moments, the body acts as a silent alarm, not to scare, but to protect. It's as if it says, "Stop, listen to me, I need you to pay attention now." Recognizing this sign is more than prudence, it's an act of love for your own life. A striking example is George, 76, from Atlanta. During a flight to visit his grandchildren in California, he felt a sudden chest tightness and decided not to ignore it. Upon landing, he consulted his doctor and discovered that the discomfort was an early warning of heart problems. Thanks to that decision, he was able to begin treatment, and today he says that moment on the plane was not a scare, but a turning point in his life. For George, listening to his body was like receiving a second chance. Chest pain during a flight should not be seen as a sentence, but as an invitation to awareness. Many elderly people, by allowing themselves to listen to this signal, find the opportunity to strengthen their heart and live more safely. Have you ever considered that even the smallest discomfort may carry an important message? 5. Persistent headache during the flight. A headache that insists on lingering during a flight may seem like a mere temporary annoyance, but for many elderly people, it is a sign that deserves close attention. The airplane cabin environment is different from what we are used to on solid ground. Air pressure, low humidity, and prolonged posture can turn minor tensions into intense pain. When the head throbs, it's not just discomfort, it's as if the body is signaling a need for balance, hydration, or even proper rest. Mayo Clinic specialists explain that headaches during air travel may be related to both dehydration and reduced oxygenation, as the air in the cabin contains less oxygen than at sea level. This makes the brain work under mild stress, resulting in warning signs such as pressure on the temples or pain at the back of the head. It's as if the body is turning on a yellow light to say, "Take care of me now, before something worse happens." Consider Thomas, 70, flying from Chicago to Phoenix to visit old friends. Mid-flight, he began to feel a persistent headache so distracting that he couldn't focus on the book he brought. Upon returning, his doctor explained that dehydration was the main cause and advised him to drink water regularly during flights. Since then, Thomas has made it a habit to always bring a water bottle and never lets a headache steal his peace. Today, he shares this story as proof that small actions can make a big difference. A headache may seem trivial, but for those who learn to listen to it, it becomes a precious signal of connection with the body. It's a reminder that even in challenging environments, like an airplane, it's possible to care for the mind and body through simple choices. Have you ever thought that this silent pain may be just another hidden alert that deserves attention? Perhaps there are other less obvious signs your body wants to reveal. 6. Hands or lips turning bluish during the flight. Noticing that your hands or lips start to turn bluish during a flight may feel strange, but it is a sign that should not be ignored. For many elderly people, this happens subtly, almost imperceptibly, but it carries an important message. This color change indicates that the body is not receiving enough oxygen in certain areas, something that can be linked both to circulation and how the cabin's thin air affects the body. What seems like just a color change is, in fact, a silent message that the body is asking for balance. Cleveland Clinic specialists explain that bluish coloration, called cyanosis, occurs when the blood does not transport oxygen efficiently. During a flight, where pressure differs from the ground, this symptom may appear more clearly in people with heart or lung conditions. It's as if the body is raising its hand and saying, "Pay attention to me now." Recognizing this sign is not a reason for panic, but rather an opportunity to act wisely, seeking hydration, movement, and regular medical follow-up. My friend Helen, 79, said that during a flight to visit her granddaughter in New York, she noticed her fingers were colder and slightly bluish. She became concerned but decided not to ignore it. After a medical evaluation, she discovered she had mild circulatory insufficiency, which only revealed itself because her body manifested it during the trip. Today, Helen follows a simple treatment and feels empowered, saying that flight was, in fact, a disguised gift in the form of a warning. When the body communicates through colors, it shows that there is still a connection between inside and outside. Seeing your own hands change tone can be alarming, but it can also be a call to awareness. Have you ever considered that even such a small visual detail can carry a profound message about your vitality? Perhaps this is just one more of the precious reminders the body silently delivers. 7. Mental confusion or difficulty concentrating during the flight. Have you ever found yourself forgetting what you were about to do right after standing up on the plane, or felt your mind clouded as if in a fog? This state of mental confusion, even if brief, is a sign that deserves special attention for those over 60. It often appears as difficulty concentrating, memory lapses, or even temporary disorientation. In a controlled environment like an airplane, this type of symptom is like a silent alert that the brain needs more oxygen, rest, or proper stimulation. Researchers at Harvard Medical School point out that low oxygen environments, such as the pressurized cabin of an airplane, can intensify this sensation in older adults, as the brain is extremely sensitive to variations. It's not just travel fatigue, but a message that the mind also requires care. It's as if the brain whispers, "I also need energy and attention." Recognizing this sign can be the difference between merely getting through the flight or turning it into an opportunity for self-care. This state of confusion should not be seen as weakness, but as a reminder that the brain is still alive, active, and asking for attention. Have you ever wondered if this momentary forgetfulness could be more than mere distraction? Perhaps it is just another hidden sign showing how the body and mind still try to communicate silently with you. 8. Nausea or persistent discomfort during the flight. Feeling nauseous on a plane may seem common, but when the discomfort is persistent and hard to manage, it becomes an important warning sign. For many elderly people, constant queasiness is not just unpleasant, it can indicate that the body is struggling to cope with balance, pressure, and even blood circulation. It's as if the body is fighting to adapt to a different environment, and this effort manifests as physical discomfort. According to specialists from the National Institute on Aging, frequent nausea in older adults may be linked to changes in the vestibular system, the one that regulates balance, and increased sensitivity to pressure changes inside the cabin. This means the symptom should not be dismissed as trivial, but as a direct message from the body: I'm struggling here, I need you to take care of me. Recognizing this sign gives the body a chance to adapt more smoothly. Discomfort may seem fleeting, but if repeated, it can serve as a precious reminder that the body is asking for simple adjustments to stay steady and comfortable. Have you ever wondered if that constant nausea carries a deeper meaning, like the body asking for more attention? Perhaps it is just one more of the silent ways your health tries to communicate with you. Every warning we've mentioned, even the smallest, is a gesture from your body saying, I'm still here, and I want you to take care of me. Recognizing this is not a reason for worry, but for pride. You are paying attention, learning to interpret the silent messages that often go unnoticed, and that alone is a huge step toward aging with dignity and health. It is rare and precious to realize that every sigh, every step, and every sensation on a plane can tell stories about your vitality. By allowing yourself to listen to these signals, you transform what seemed like mere discomfort into knowledge and empowerment. And even if you only identified with one of the signs, know that it is reason to celebrate. Each alert is like a star on your health map, showing the path to live with more strength, balance, and awareness. Remember, aging well is not luck, it is the result of choices, habits, and self-love. Every small action, every attention to the body's signals, builds a safer, happier, and fuller life. And the best part is that there is still so much to live and achieve. Every flight, every trip, every moment can become an opportunity to reconnect with yourself and value what matters most, your health and well-being. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these signs did you identify with the most? Comment below and share your experience. And if you know someone who could also benefit from this information, share this video. Caring for health is never too much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next videos that will help you age with more confidence and autonomy.